I've been saying for a while now that Once Upon a Time Season 7 has more or less been peaks and valleys with its episodes. But the past three episodes of 7B, or all of the episodes of 7B so far, have been peaks. I really have been enjoying all of the episodes we've seen. However, I would say this one is probably the weakest of the three because of the past storyline. The past storyline with Hook, I feel that we've seen it many times with original Hook, who, by the way, as we all know, is having a happy ending with Emma. So when I'm watching, Wish Realm Hook go through his, his trials and tribulations and his turmoil, I'm like, I've seen this. I know how it's going to end. He's going to, go to the dark side, quote unquote, then he's going to regret it and something bad will happen and I'll be like, oh, mopey. And that's essentially what happened. However, everything he did in the present, I really enjoyed. I thought Emma Booth actually made the flashback a lot more enjoyable than it should have been. So I would just say that the past storyline kind of hindered it. But overall, still a really strong, fun episode. B plus, A minus for a grade. I really wouldn't dock off too many points for the past storyline because, it's still creative. It's just a little dull. So the main premise of the flashback was Hook getting Alice out of the tower. Hook goes to Rumple. Rumple says go to Ahab. Ahab has the Hook of Maui, or Maui's Hook. We're going to talk about that in a second. Then, Ahab essentially instigates Hook. Hook then's like, fine, I'm still a pirate. And he goes and, duels Ahab. He wins. Then he goes to get Alice and get her out of the tower with the Hook. And then it turns out Gothel was able to get to Ahab's gun and poison the bullet. And now Hook and Alice have the curse of the poisoned heart on them. And now they can't touch. And then, that was it. Gothel goes away and, Hook is like, what am I going to do about my poor daughter? So, I've more or less, like, the Hook giving into, like, his darkness, quote-unquote darkness, because he's really not evil. Hook, and I could never classify Hook as a villain or dark. I mean, he just gave in to just temptation. And I really feel that we've seen that before. However, I did enjoy Captain Ahab, but I felt that his duel with Hook was dull, because I know the problem is with the flashbacks with characters, when they get put into parallel situations, unless we don't know that they're in the present, we know they're fine. So, like, when he was about to, duel Ahab, I'm like, oh, he's going to be fine. Even the trailer, when Gothel knocked him out of the tower, and that was also a dream that Alice was having, I was like, he's going to be fine because he's alive. Unless he's a zombie, but that's not how Once Upon a Time works. So, the duel with Hook and Ahab was kind of dull. But what really, really bugged me was Maui's Hook. Now, I read a comment saying, oh, maybe the Maui Hook is a reference to the Polynesian fairy tale or myth as opposed to just Moana. And it's totally referencing Moana. I feel that the creators of Once Upon a Time, maybe people know about the Moana myth or the mythology that involves Maui. But most people, I never knew about it prior. And I know a lot of people know about Maui through Moana. It just makes sense. So they were trying to, hype up Moana, give her a little cameo or give reference to the movie. And they did nothing with it. The Hook didn't even glow. And the fact that I felt bad for Wish Realm Rumple is saying something. I wanted that damn Hook to glow, and I wanted him to get out of that cell. I knew it wouldn't happen. But I really just felt that what they did with the Maui Hook was kind of stupid. Not kind of, it was stupid. And, Hook giving into his temptation was dull. However, I did like when Gothel poisoned his heart. I thought that was cool. Like I said, any scene with Emma Booth is pretty good because she plays up Gothel really well. So overall, the flashback was just kind of dull. Like I was into it, but I wasn't because I knew it would happen. And that's, it's just kind of standard sometimes. You can only write Hook so many times. So I have essentially broke down the present scene by scene. And we don't have to, dive into everything because then the review would be as long as the episode. But I enjoyed how, Regina did that walk of shame. I thought that was hilarious. And then essentially the main present storyline, just to, harken back to the, beginning of the review, the main premise of the present storyline is Weaver and Rogers trying to solve who's murdering these women. And, Weaver showed compassion and caring towards Rogers, and I really thought that was nice. It's so interesting to see how far these characters in the grand spectrum have come, because technically this is our real Rumple, but he's not with our real Hook. But still, it's nice to see Weaver caring for some form of Captain Hook. I enjoyed Hook and Gothel scenes in the present quite a bit. I thought they were really well done. Then I'm just going to jump to the end of the episode. I really like Alison Fernandez as Lucy. I didn't give her enough credit in the beginning, but I think that she just really come into her own. And I really liked the scene with Regina and Lucy talking about saving Henry in the end of the episode. I thought it was really, really touching. Regina was barely in the episode. You know, she had that funny scene where she's doing a walk of shame. I laughed. You know, that was the point. And then at the end, I'm like, yes, Regina's going to, you know, step up to the plate. This episode, unfortunately, when it's a Hook-centric episode, it essentially sidelines Regina. Like, if it's a Zelena-centric episode or even a Rumple-centric episode, it doesn't really sideline Regina. But Hook tends to do that. But generally, if you originally would have Hook, you would have Emma. And you wouldn't feel like something's missing. So, you know, without Regina being involved, it feels a little weak. But that's irrelevant. So, as I said, Rogers and Hook are trying, or that's the same person, Rogers and Weaver are trying to solve the murders, and they end up talking to Eloise Gardner, or aka Gothel. And like I said, I really did like the scenes with Gothel and Hook a lot. I actually thought Gothel was going to wake him up. I thought that would have been really cool. So that was more or less it. There was a very cool scene where Gothel waved like that at Tilly. I thought that was really cool. Like I said, Emma Booth super gets into her scenes, and I really enjoy it. Just a couple more points about the episode. I really did also like how Allison Fernandez, you know, was telling Jacinda, I don't want you to see him anymore, trying to protect her dad. I thought that was really, really cute. And then the last two things, more or less two things to discuss is Ivy and Henry scenes. They were great. The two scenes that happened, I really liked. The kiss was interesting. I liked how Henry told her, you know, back away, like, you're grieving. I don't want to, you know, I don't want you to feel like you're making a mistake. I really enjoyed that. Adelaide Kane is so good, and she needs so much more work to do. I really hate the fact that she's leaving after episode 15. It's just really depressing. And then, you know, after Jacinda and Ivy talk, and I will say Jacinda wasn't a bore in this episode. So good for Danya Ramirez for making Jacinda actually interesting. I think the writing really has improved for 7B. It's awesome. But after, you know, Cinderella or Jacinda and Ivy talk, Ivy realizes, oh, I need to make amends. And I thought, oh, maybe she's going to somehow make a potion to remove the curse on his heart. But she just essentially is saying, Henry, I need your help in order to make amends with my sister and feel better about myself and the like, and move on from my mother. So I really enjoy that. I think any scene with Henry and Ivy probably really stuck out. Any scene with Emma Booth and Hook really stuck out. Those are the two, like, really good scenes, or scenes, plural, from the episode. And then the big thing was the reveal that Alice is possibly killing the witches. Now, I think that's a fun twist if it is, you know, because we don't know if Alice is a witch, but because Alice clearly has an abusive relationship with Gothel, it'd be really cool if she is the one, you know, picking off her coven. But I feel really bad for Alice. And I will say, I don't understand how Rose Reynolds is playing Alice, or how Alice is written, because and I could be wrong, I could be overinterpreting, but I can't figure out if Alice is supposed to have a learning disability of some sort, because even the child actor who's playing her, she just seemed off. I'm going to just go with off. Not odd. I just can't understand, like, exactly what's happening with Alice, because Alice in the movie, the animated movie, she wasn't off. She was just odd, you know? So I just don't understand Rose Reynolds' approach to Alice, but I like it nonetheless, though if I have to pick between who I want to see on screen, Emma Booth or Rose Reynolds, I want to see Emma Booth, because I'm more interested in, you know, Gothel and what she has planned. And we still don't know what she has planned. So that's another flaw of the episode, because they haven't revealed what's going on with Gothel. In the trailer we're going to talk about doesn't give anything away for that either, which is also a bummer. But overall, I found the episode fun. Is Alice the killer? We don't know. Jacinda and Jacinda and Lucy had a really cute scene. Jacinda and Ivy had some really nice scenes. Ivy, any scene she was in was awesome. Henry was great. And, you know, Colin and Donnie rocked the episode. So it was solid. The weakest of the first three, but still very solid nonetheless. And this felt like classic Once Upon a Time, and I'm looking forward to episode 14 in a week. So anyway, thank you for watching my review of the episode. It was, you know, B+, A- episode. I really can't pick the actual grade. I don't want to give it a B, because I still really enjoyed it. So anyway, thank you for watching my review. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I will be covering the trailer tonight as well. And hopefully we'll get some more Once Upon a Time news. A lot of Once news has broken this week. It's really cool. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll talk real soon. Bye.